Hey everyone, welcome to the Jerome Bee Farm. It's Thursday, January 4th, the day before my mom's birthday. And by the time I post this video, it gets uploaded, it'll be January 5th. It'll be her birthday and also her twin brother. So happy birthday, Norma and Norman. Hope you have a great one. So this is, I've been off work almost 3 weeks. I had a lot of time I had to burn up. Use or lose leave, they call it. I didn't take a whole lot of leave this year. It's been a pretty busy year at work, and I had a lot of training that put me on the road a few weeks during the year. So when I got back from that training, I felt like I really needed to stay there and focus on what I needed to do rather than taking time off. So we didn't do any fishing trips or anything like that this year. So we just kind of hung out at home and did some work around here. So this time off, I was hoping to get a lot done and shoot some good videos. So I got a little bit done, and I think I shot 1 or 2 videos. My first week I was off, I had a cold, so I didn't get anything done then. Then it was the Christmas time, so spent a lot of time with family then. And then it got really cold, so we had 3 or 4 nice days, and those were the days I shot the video with the TP and working on the trail over there on the east side. Today it's about 20 degrees, and I am sick of sitting in the house. One day I was down here working around this tree, and there's a limb that fell off from way up there, and it was about that big around. In fact, here's part of the skinny part of it, and I stuck it in there to brace this up and cleaned all that out of there. So that day I did that when I was jockeying around this big log here. I tweaked my back pretty good, so I've been sitting on a heating pad for 4 days now, I think, if you count yesterday, and I haven't done anything. So I've watched hundreds of YouTube videos and watched a lot of TV and movies, and I got to get out of the house. So today, going to shoot a couple videos, hopefully. One, I'm going to work on this compost area. When I was working on the trail down there on the south end of it, down there on the east side, there's a lot of oak leaves that are really deep, so I'm going to try and gather some of those up and gather them up in the front end load on the tractor and go over there and put them in the compost area. And I found some old fencing that's over there rolled up, and a cedar tree's grown up through it, and I'm going to recycle that and use that to hold the leaves in the compost area rather than go buy some fence to put around that. So I'm going to try and do that first, and then if there's enough daylight left, I'm going to walk through the east side trail. I got the whole east side cleaned out, not cleaned out, at least it's passable now. You can go all the way through the creek bed, the dry creek bed. There was probably 20 big trees laid over that I had to cut out, so I went through 2 chainsaw chains getting all that out of there. And so I'll walk up that way and then walk back out, go by the bridge that we built last time. So with that, I'm going to get started on this compost area over here. Before we head over to the compost area, I want to show you what I worked on before. All this in here was all overgrown, and I cut a path so I can get my tractor down this little path here and into this area right here. So there was a dead redbud, mostly dead redbud here, and this was all full of briars. So I cut this area out, and I cut this big log here off that's laying out. I want to keep this big log that's laying here there because the kids like to play on it. But you can see it's still attached pretty good to the tree. And I put this big log up in here kind of notched it out so it would fit, and shove that in there to give it a little bit more support. That's where I tweak my back working on that thing. As you can see, this is just a limb that fell off that tree. You see how big those are. Those are pretty heavy. And that's a real dense blackjack oak wood. So that was all laid out through here, all the way down into there, and I cleaned that up. So now I'll be able to get my tractor down at least to here. And there's sort of a natural curvature of an old road, it appears, that goes right down through there. So I'm going to attempt to clear that out and make that into a road. Nice gradual descent that'll get down into this bottom area. And if I can get my tractor down in there, I'll be able to clean it up a lot better. So you can kind of see down into the woods there. That's the area where I did the west side walk in the woods. Okay, let's get started on the other side. Here's the pond. So it had a little bit of water in it on the last video, but you can see it's completely dry now. We need some rain. We did get some snow, probably an inch. Just a little bit of it left there still. But it's really dry here. Let's head over to the compost area. Okay, here we are. Got some posts over there I brought up. And there's an old homemade post driver that was here on this place down in the old barn when we bought it. So I'm gonna try and hammer some posts in the ground here. Man, the ground is frozen. That post driver, I had to hit it with a rock. It was stuck to the ground in the barn. But the old fence is over here. That cedar tree right there, that fence is right in there. I'm gonna get that out of there. So, man, I don't even know if it's long enough. Well, either way, we'll be able to use it for something. It's only that high. So it's only about 3 foot high. But I got to cut this tree out just to get to it. So we'll get started on that. So we actually had 2 pieces of wire in there. I don't know what kind of wire this is, but it's got a little bitty, like 1-inch gap down here, and then right here it goes to like 2.5, 3 inches. Then it goes to like 4 inches. So it's to keep the little critters in down here and the bigger critters in up here, I guess. So we'll unroll this and see. We may not even need this piece. is make it curve around, and we'll use whatever excess, just bring it up that side. So I'll put 3 stakes in the ground, kind of hold it in place. I don't know how well that's going to hammer in the ground. This ground's pretty hard. Ground is hard. All right, ready to get a bed of leaves in there now. Okay, there it is. That ought to hold quite a bit. Compost. So we'll head on over to the end of the trail over there. Got a big plastic barrel. We'll use that to put leaves in and then dump them into the tractor front end loader. We'll head over there and get started. What's that say? It's one of the grandkids' rakes. This is the kind of wire right here that I shot through my leg. It was that exact same piece, just like that. It had two little runners off it, and it was broke off about right there. But this piece had shot through my leg, and these were stuck in there like that. And this piece here was sticking out the other end. I thought I hit a rock, and I was like, ow, that hurt. And then I felt down there, and I kept on working. And I was like, man, that still hurts. And I reached down, and I felt it, this part here, sticking out the front of my pants. And I looked down and saw it, and I was like, ooh, that's not good. So then I reached around the back side of my calf, and I felt this sticking out. So that's when I started feeling kind of queasy and hollered at my wife and said, We got to go to the hospital. Okay, there's a bunch of oak leaves in here. This will be great. that's all the leaves I want to put in it. Going to spread these around a little bit, and I'm going to loosen this dirt up with the front end loader and get some nice dirt and put a little layer of dirt on top of it, and then I might wet it down with the hose. It's below freezing, or real close to freezing probably, I don't know. We'll see. If the hose isn't frozen, I'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know if you could see that pile of dirt is frozen solid. I couldn't hardly get the dirt off of it, so I was didn't want big clumps in there, but I couldn't help it. I'm going to go grab a hoe and spread this around, and that's going to be it. So I hope you enjoyed this video with our compost getting going here, and hope this will make us some good compost dirt here in the future. So if you'd like to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We're over 250 subscribers now, so appreciate all you folks that have subscribed and watched my videos. So I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. This dirt, it's got ice crystals. The sucker's frozen solid. Can't bust that up even with the hoe.